Hello Moto GP enthusiasts, welcome back to ZN-GP today. After a double mount score at Le Mans, Francesco Bagnaia arrives at Silverstone determined to restore his front-end feel on the Ducati GP25. With podium consistency derailed by crashes in both Sprint and Grand Prix, rediscover confidence on the bike's nose and harness his proven Silverstone pace. Following a private Misano test and 2 poles in a row, Fabio Quartararo arrives at Silverstone with fresh confidence and sharper tools. With Yamaha leveraging their concession-based testing advantage, the Frenchman believes they're now closer than ever to fighting consistently at the front, just in time for one of his strongest circuits. From the chaos and surprises of Le Mans, Moto GP heads to a much colder and potentially wetter Silverstone this weekend. Michelin's Piero Terramasso has detailed how the tire supplier is adapting to the early season scheduling shift, including a strategic tweak to the soft front tire allocation. Despite lingering injuries and swirling exit rumors, Jorge Martin will appear publicly for Aprilia at the upcoming Aprilia Pro Experience in Misano. It's the world champion's first team activity since Le Mans and marks a curious moment of unity amid signs of a potential split. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Bagnaia's season had been a model of consistency. 8 podiums in the first 10 races, including a COTA win after teammate Marc Marquez's crash. But at Le Mans he endured his worst sprint weekend, out in turn 1 of Saturday's sprint, then taken out at the first chicane of Sunday's restart after choosing the correct wet tires. The Le Mans weekend didn't give us much satisfaction. I was fast and competitive from Friday, but the double crash in the races prevented me from scoring points, Francesco Bagnaia said. Bagnaia's history at Silverstone bodes well: victory in 2022, podium finishes in both 2023 and 2024. The fast-flowing layout, with its high-speed corners and emphasis on front-end grip, plays to his strengths, so long as he can dial in the confidence he lost at Le Mans. The goal is to have more confidence on the front to be able to ride as I want. I've always been very strong at Silverstone in recent years. I like the track and the atmosphere, and I can't wait to get back at work in the garage. Bagnaia's 0-0 means he cannot reclaim the points lead this weekend. Marc Marquez now sits 29 points clear of Alex Marquez, with Bagnaia 51 points adrift of his teammate. Every lost point tightens the margin in the title fight, putting a premium on a clean Silverstone weekend. Marc Marquez, who enjoyed 2 strong results at Le Mans and tested a revised chassis at Jerez, arrives at Silverstone focused on maintaining momentum and refining his GP25's handling ahead of the second sprint of the year. I'm back on track looking for confirmation. In France I achieved 2 very important placings for the World Championship standings and I continued to test the bike. We're going back to the pits to find the same sensations on the material we tried at Jerez, and we'll continue to work hard to be competitive in both races. Marquez's statement. Ducati's engineers have been analyzing Bagnaia's data from Le Mans, focusing on front-end stability in high-speed entries and tire feedback in mixed surface patches. Early Silverstone tests will center on spring and damping settings to help Pecco attack corners with greater precision. With Silverstone's unpredictable British weather often throwing curveballs, Bagnaia knows that nailing tire choice and bike setup from FP1 will be crucial. A return to the sharp, confident riding that characterized his early season form could see him back on the podium, and back in the title hunt. Francesco Bagnaia's Silverstone mission is clear: rebuild his front-end confidence, and translate it into results on a circuit that has historically favored his style. With the championship stakes higher than ever, all eyes will be on the Italian as he seeks to turn Le Mans' disappointment into British brilliance. Yamaha was back on track between the French and British GPs, conducting a crucial private test at Misano, thanks to MotoGP's concessions policy. While rivals sat idle, Yamaha and Honda were free to explore fresh upgrades. The track conditions weren't ideal on day 1 due to rain, but the second day was much more productive. We tested chassis settings, electronic control settings, aerodynamics, and even some components for Michelin, Massimo Marigali said. After a rough start to the season, Quartararo appears to be hitting his stride. Pole positions at Jerez and Le Mans, and a podium at the former, mark his best run since 2022. Despite crashing out of the French GP due to tricky conditions, the Misano test reinforced his confidence. The test got off to a slow start with the rain, but on the second day we got a lot more done. I felt good. I'm really enjoying riding the bike lately, and that makes a big difference, Quartararo added. Teammate Alex Rins, who won at Silverstone in 2019, echoed Quartararo's sentiments. The veteran Spaniard praised Yamaha's improvements after the Le Mans weekend, even though rain cut into testing time. We lost some time due to rain, but we still tested everything we came for. I was quite satisfied with the feeling I had on the bike by the end of the second day. Rins quote. Silverstone offers hope for Quartararo. He won the British GP in 2021 and feels comfortable at the technical, high-speed venue. With Yamaha's renewed pace, he's aiming to convert qualifying speed into Sunday results. I'm really looking forward to Silverstone. We'll give it our all once more. Let's see if we can fight at the front again, Quartararo added. I like this track, so I'm hoping for another nice weekend starting from the Friday, Rins concluded. Team boss Marigali emphasized that, despite unpredictable race weekends, Yamaha's test-based momentum continues to build. Their biggest gains are in front-end feel and improved electronics, areas long considered their Achilles heel. We're curious to see what we can achieve at Silverstone. It's a fast track, and there are sectors that suit our bike. We'll give it our all to maintain our positive trajectory, Marigali's statement. Yamaha's ability to develop away from the spotlight could now be paying dividends. With 2 pole positions, a breakthrough podium, and improved testing feedback, Quartararo and Rins enter Silverstone as genuine threats to disrupt the Ducati-dominated grid. With Silverstone on the horizon and momentum on their side, Yamaha's challenge is no longer just potential, it's becoming performance. Quartararo's smile is back, Rins is dialed in, and Yamaha's test plan could soon turn the British GP into their proving ground. For the first time, the British GP is taking place in May instead of its usual August slot, an adjustment that's forced Michelin to rethink their approach. With cooler temperatures and rain forecasted for all 3 days, Terramasso explained the reasoning behind the unusual move to supply 6 soft front tires, 1 more than the regulation minimum. We expect to find lower temperatures. Silverstone is a fast track with some hard braking points, but managing rear tire temperature will be crucial. We decided to confirm the 2024 allocation, soft compounds that are designed to perform in the cold, said Terramasso. Riders will have 3 symmetric front options, soft, medium, and hard, plus 2 asymmetric rears, harder on the right side. But with the possibility of near single-digit temps, the soft front becomes increasingly relevant. Last year, the medium worked well, but if it's colder, the soft may become a valid option. It provides more grip during lean, which helps with turning, and movements under braking can even serve as useful feedback for riders pushing the limit. Some riders like Jack Miller and Maverick Vinales favor the soft fronts, especially in qualifying or the sprint, where its lean angle grip gives them an edge without requiring aggressive braking input. With rain predicted for Friday through Sunday and highs barely cracking 18 degrees Celsius, Silverstone is poised to deliver another weather-influenced thriller. The extra soft fronts are a contingency plan against this cold cocktail of damp asphalt and gusty winds. These are not easy conditions, that's why we brought 6 soft fronts, as well as 5 each of the mediums and hards, to give riders flexibility with this early season date, Terramasso added. Last time out in Le Mans, weather swings created chaos and opportunity. Frenchman Johann Zarco emerged victorious, ending Ducati's 22-win streak and becoming the first French rider to win on home soil in 71 years. It was a milestone weekend for many reasons. Le Mans was our most important event, our home GP, and one with unpredictable weather. In the end, our tire choices worked across all conditions, both slicks and wets. Fermin Aldeguer claimed his maiden podium, while Fabio Quartararo stunned with pole. More than 311,000 fans filled the stands across the weekend, a new Moto GP record. As rain intensified and ebbed mid-race in France, tire calls became a game of chance. Still, a clear winning formula emerged. The best combo was the medium front for support and braking and the soft rear for grip. Some riders gambled with a medium rear expecting a drying track, but those who stuck with soft rears made the right call. It performed consistently to the end. Teramasso explained. Michelin's tire strategy could again be decisive as MotoGP braces for a brisk and unpredictable weekend at Silverstone. With an extra soft front in everyone's garage and unpredictable skies above, tire management might just be the key to the British Grand Prix. On May 31st, the Misano World Circuit will host the 2025 edition of the Aprilia Pro Experience, a fan and brand showcase formerly known as Aprilia All-Stars. The event will feature star riders and test pilots, with Jorge Martin topping the list despite an uncertain future with the Italian team. Martin, who joined Aprilia as the reigning world champion, has had a troubled start to the season. He'll be joined by teammate Marco Bezzecchi, testers Lorenzo Savadori and Matteo Biacco, and ambassador Max Biaggi. The Noali-based squad has barely seen its prized signing in full form. Martin was injured early during Sepang preseason testing, missing the season opener. He then sustained another injury while preparing for the Thai GP comeback, and finally returned in Qatar, only for disaster to strike. During the Lusail race, Martin crashed heavily and was then struck in the back by Fabio Di Gianantonio's bike. The result: multiple fractured ribs and a pneumothorax. He was hospitalized in Doha before returning to Spain to continue recovery. While recovery is reportedly going well, there's still no set date for his MotoGP return. Martin will definitely miss the upcoming British GP and is targeting a comeback before the summer break. Aprilia's decision to feature Martin at Misano may be strategic, presenting a united front during a time when speculation about his future is peaking. Following the Le Mans GP, whispers turned to shouts. Martin could be looking for a way out of Aprilia. According to paddock sources, he may activate a contract clause allowing an exit after 6 races if performance goals aren't met. But given his limited participation due to injury, the criteria remain murky. Nonetheless, the mood inside Aprilia appears tense. Whether Martin feels the team has delivered on its promises, or whether he believes his championship defense has been compromised, remains unclear. Despite all this, Martin's presence at Misano is set. It will be his first official appearance in Aprilia colors since the crash in Qatar and the controversy post-Le Mans. Whether symbolic or strategic, the choice signals Aprilia's desire to hold on to its marquee rider. He'll share the spotlight with Bezzecchi, Savadori, Biocco, and MotoGP icon Max Biaggi, who continues his ambassadorial duties for the brand. As Jorge Martin prepares to step back into the limelight, albeit off-track, the tension between celebration and uncertainty grows. Will the Aprilia Pro Experience ease tensions or highlight the cracks? One thing's clear: all eyes will be on Misano. Thanks for watching ZNGP today, and this is your MotoGP news update. And see you next time!